Hello and welcome back, students, to week 2. We're going to go ahead and start off with a quiz number 1 review real quick. If you'll recall, you had a problem that you had to solve, and you kind of had to give me an idea of what order of operations you followed. Okay, so the problem was x equals 2 to the power of 2 plus 5 divided by 2 times open parentheses 10 minus 2, close parentheses minus 10. So first we start with parentheses. So you would work out whatever is between the parentheses. In this case, we have 10 minus 2. That equals to 8 right here. And then we go ahead and move on to the second step, which is exponents. So then you would solve whatever portion of the exponents needs to be solved. In this case, it is 2 plus 5. Therefore, we get 2 to the power of 7. That is 128. And then third or fourth, again, remember whichever one came first from left to right. We move on to multiplication or division, or multiply or divide. So first here we have a division problem going from, again, left to right. We find the 5 divided by 2, and that is 2.5. And then moving forward, we go ahead and find that 2.5 then is multiplied by 8, giving us 20. And fifth or sixth, again, remember left to right, we have addition or subtraction. In this case, we first find the 128 plus 20, which gives us 148. And then moving on to subtraction, which is 148 minus 10. And our final answer here would be x equals 138. Hopefully you got 138. If you have any questions about how we got to 138, please let me know. Moving on, let's go ahead and look over force characteristics. You guys can find this information on pages 16 through 17 on your textbook. And it basically states the following. Point of application defines the point where the force is applied. Magnitude is the quantity of the force. Direction is the line of action or sense. Tension is the act of stretching or straining. And compression is the act of being compressed. And you'll see here at the very center is where we have point of application. And then our magnitude would be represented by the arrows. And in this case, our magnitude is a force of 40 pounds. And moving on to rigid bodies. In statics, a rigid body theoretically undergoes no deformation when a force is acting on it. You can read more about it on page 17. And also in physics, a rigid body is a solid body in which deformation is 0, or so small it can be neglected. The distance between any two given points on a rigid body remains constant in time regardless of the external forces exerted on it, and in general, it has no deformation. And lastly, we identify statics as a part of mechanics of solids. Statics is a branch of mechanics which studies the effects and distribution of forces of rigid bodies which are and remain at rest. The body in which forces are acting is assumed to be rigid. And to end our week 1 review, I did want to go ahead and mention that the AutoCAD how-to videos have been updated. These now include closed captions. I also included a series of a few extra AutoCAD help videos in case you guys run into any issues, whether your file crashes or you think you might have lost some work, or how to open, how to close, how to save, how to add certain drawing objects like lines, circle shapes, anything from how to navigate through your home and annotate tabs, your layers, annotations, again, dimensions, how to PDF. If I did not cover any questions that you may have or run into, please let me know and I'll try to find something for you. And we can't find anything, then I'll go ahead and create a video covering that. Again, these videos are located in the week 2 course content folder. Also provide the links to these files in the week 1 AutoCAD help videos folder.